Hi, this is Sally's Book Club. Listen to great books every day, bringing you the best global reads. Today we're introducing a book called The 15 Effective Rules. Just from the title, you can tell this is a book about time management and productivity. To be honest, there are tons of books like this on the market. Why are we specifically recommending this one today? Because most time management books are written by scholars who've never actually run companies. But our author here is different. The author, Kevin Kruse, from the US, founded his first company at 22 and advised CEOs, generals, and Congress members. He interviewed top American achievers like Apple's Jobs, LinkedIn's CEO, and the Dallas Mavericks owner for credibility. He summarized their time management methods and productive habits. Through interviews, he found these successful people don't use complex systems. They focus on value procrastination and consistent habits. If you want more time for learning, growth, and family, you should read this book. But simply learning methods isn't enough. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. However, their core principles are similar. Master the essence to transform your career and life. Now let's break down these 15 principles into 3 steps. First step to efficiency. Change your attitude towards time and take full control. Second step, learn simple methods to boost productivity. Third step, design a quick start time management system using these methods. First, let's look at changing your time attitude. Remember 4 core principles. 1,440-minute rule, priority principle. Third, the no principle. Fourth, the 80/20 principle. Let's start with the 1,440-minute rule. Ever been stopped by a street vendor asking, "Got a minute?" Do you usually refuse or agree in these situations? They always say, "Just a minute," but end up taking half an hour or more. What if it's your colleague while helping others is normal? Have you calculated where most of your time goes? Are these things what you consider most meaningful? Time is unique, truly equal for all. Let's try something. Put your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. Once gone, never returns. I just took 3 heartbeats from your life. They're gone forever. The author believes highly successful people share one trait. They feel time's passage, knowing every minute holds infinite possibilities. His first advice: convert daily time into 1,440 minutes. He posted this number on his office door. Seconds pass too fast. Hours too slow. Minutes are what you perceive best. Start counting when you wake up. 1,440, 1,439, 1,438. Value each minute first. Then, forming good habits becomes easier. Second principle, priority first. To boost efficiency, value both time and your primary mission. Earlier exercise about tracking valuable time serves this purpose. Primary missions vary. Salespeople aim for annual targets. Students want good grades, but it must be measurable. Example: set goal to earn $50,000 by year end. not just make money. Once set, dedicate time to this mission. Every day. Remember, every day. Spend over half your time serving this primary mission. So when someone asks for a minute that actually takes half an hour, you need to reconsider. Ask yourself, did you spend half your day on primary goals? If not, learn to say no. Remember, you only get 1,440 minutes daily, which brings us to our third principle. The no principle. The author shares a time-freeing mantra also used by jobs. The magic word is no. Social media multiplies information and makes us more accessible to requests. Casual agreements come with hidden costs. Saying yes to one thing means saying no to something else. Example: agreeing to dinner 3 weeks out because your calendar looks empty, but then meetings get scheduled and your dog gets sick that week. You must realize current tasks will still exist in a month, half year, or even a year. Decline things that don't align with your immediate goals. Like elephants appearing small from afar but huge up close. Many small commitments eventually become overwhelming obligations. The author warns us to watch for these distant elephants creeping into our lives. While saying no, also learn to delegate, abandon, or redesign tasks. Fun example: an American programmer who arrives at 10 a.m., plays games but delivers flawless code. How he outsourced all his work to a Shenyang software company, sharing part of his salary with the Chinese programmers. Though this is an extreme example, he was eventually fired. The lesson: never do tasks others can do better than you. The author says if he were CEO, he'd give this programmer a raise instead of firing him, because he excelled at finding skilled programmers, saving company costs. Studies show knowledge workers spend 41% of time on unwanted tasks. Why do we keep doing these delegatable tasks? Because busyness makes people feel important and validated. 3 simple questions can reclaim nearly half your time. Ask, what can I drop? Delegate, redesign. Focus on strengths and passions. This brings us to the 4th principle that might surprise you. If you focus on priorities, does time invested equal results? The author says no. Let's use an analogy. Women own many shoes but always choose the most comfortable pair. Similarly, 80% of corporate profits come from 20% of clients. This imbalance is called the Pareto principle. 80/20th rule. What's the key takeaway? Develop a shortcut mindset. Identify high return activities. Excel in select areas rather than trying to master everything. Example: if your company makes multiple products, use the 80/20th rule to eliminate low profit products. This approach not only boosts profits, but also reduces after-sales and storage pressures. Let's recap. Step 1. How to take full control of your time. First, recognize everyone gets exactly 1,440 minutes daily, life's only true equality. Second, spend at least half your time on top priorities. Third, decline non-essential requests and outsource tasks others do better. Finally, identify high-return activities for maximum impact. Focus on these strengths. Though simple in theory, implementing these changes can transform your life. Now to step 2, this book's most distinctive feature. The author introduces unconventional efficiency methods. These differ from traditional time management. No complex systems, just paradigm shifts. Example: abandon traditional to-do lists entirely. He criticizes productized task lists for 3 reasons. First flaw: lists show WHAT to do, but not WHEN to complete. Facing such lists, people choose quick tasks like buying milk over important ones. Second flaw: list priorities urgent over important. Example: adding medical checkup when slightly unwell, but delaying until illness forces bed rest. Turning important matters into emergencies. Undated lists force focus on immediate urgencies. Third flaw: lists create unnecessary stress. A packed to-do list serves as constant reminders. This overwhelming pressure suffocates us. The author suggests ditching such lists and creating a calendar instead. This calendar divides days into precise 15-minute blocks with clear time allocations. This works because completing tasks requires dedicated time slots. These time blocks must be non-negotiable. Example: if prioritizing health with daily 30-minute workouts, make it recurring calendar event. Fix this time slot firmly in your schedule. Additional calendar tips. First, schedule important tasks early to allow buffer time. Second, never cancel calendar items, reschedule instead. Example: move morning workout to evening, if traveling. Third, treat calendar commitments like medical appointments. Would you skip dentist appointment for just a minute request? Of course not. Best practice: decline unplanned requests consistently. Fourth, leave buffer time for unexpected events, like calendars. Notebooks make great time management tools. Physical notebooks beat digital for memory retention. Writing: speed forces concise notes, vs verbose digital records. Paper notebooks help quiet the mind and capture fleeting ideas. The author shares practical note-taking tips. First, always tape entries for future reference. Second, record all important ideas, especially creative ones. Third, diagram meeting tables with names for better recall. Remembering names builds instant rapport. Now that we've covered these practical tools, let's explore efficient meeting and email management techniques. If we took a vote, meetings would likely win as biggest time wasters. Why do most people dread meetings? The author identifies key reasons. First, late starts become self-fulfilling prophecies in large meetings. Cumulative waiting time becomes enormous. Second, meetings focus on trivialities while decision-makers are absent. Third, meetings disrupt existing workflows and concentration. So how to conduct efficient meetings? First, create laser-focused agendas before meetings. Agendas should clarify purpose and collect input beforehand. Second, designate clear facilitators and minimize attendees. Google caps meetings at 10 people. Jobs ejected, non-essential attendees. 2 secret weapons. Silent countdown clocks. Visual timers keep meetings on track without distractions. Second tactic. Standing walking meetings improve efficiency. Research shows standing meetings end 34% faster with better outcomes. Ideal meeting length. Google's Marissa Mayer conducted 70 weekly meetings in 17-minute slots. Daily huddles beat marathon sessions. Schedule SAM-time briefings. Consistent check-ins reduce email overload and ad hoc calls. Now, let's tackle email management. Every office worker's headache: how to handle information efficiently without disrupting real work. McKinsey research shows office workers spend 2.6 hours daily on emails, nearly a third of an 8-hour workday.
That means we spend over 30% of our time just on email responses.
Worse, instant messaging tools like WeChat consume even more time. The author calls social media cognitive slot machines. Slot machines provide instant gratification. Checking emails. WeChat is like pulling a slot lever, creating addictive anticipation. This addiction keeps you constantly refreshing your inbox.
Email responses create false productivity while deep work remains neglected.
If this resonates, try the author's email management method. First, disable all email notifications immediately. No vibrations or pop-ups. True emergencies will get phone calls. Second, use the 3-20-1-0 method. Check emails 3 times daily. Set 20 on-a-minute timers to clear emails to 0. Treat it as a game. 21 minutes forces focused privatization. Time pressure eliminates distractions and small talk. Unfinished tasks. Roll to next 20-minute session. Third, apply the 4D principle. Do, delegate, defer, delete it. Categorize all messages. Immediate action, delegation, calendar scheduling, or delation. Now that we've covered efficient tools and communication methods, let's tackle procrastination, modern society's common ailment. Next, a powerful method to defeat procrastination. Procrastination plagues modern professionals universally. Typical behavior: postponing important tasks for easier ones.
Example: browsing Weibo and shows instead of writing a do next week report until last minute.
Procrastination is productivity's archenemy. The author's solution. First, procrastination not equal laziness. Root causes: lack of motivation and emotional miscalculations. We underestimate future emotional states when setting goals. Obvious case: unmotivating tasks get delayed until deadline panic.
Example: delaying unwanted assignments until job security threats emerge.
Solution lies in managing emotional forecasting. Present self vs future self conflict. cat videos, bias report, anxiety. Best antidote, conscious, self-negotiation. Don't trust future willpower. Create safeguards. Extreme example. Salting fries to resist temptation for weight loss. Program. Mental feedback loops. Visualize consequences vividly. Contrast slim confidence. Bees weight. Related insecurities. Part 2. Summary. Practical efficiency methods covered. Key tools, calendar, to-do lists, paper, notebooks, digital. Meeting email strategies and anti-procrastination tactics implemented. Finally, let's learn the author's E3C system to kickstart action. First, E stands for energy. While time is fixed, our productivity fluctuates. Boosting energy and focus is key to enhancing efficiency. What are simple energy maintenance? The author suggests 2 adequate sleep, obvious and tuberous. Strategic morning routines. Not just waking early. Create morning rituals, meditation, journaling, hydration, yoga to fuel your day. 3C represents capture, calendar, concentrate, your productivity triad. Remember our notebook and calendar methods. Capture means using notebooks as external brains to offload mental clutter. Calendar usage was previously detailed. Pro tip: successful people, theme days, meetings, team building. Family for task batching. Concentrate. High performers lead their schedules, rejecting distractions and multitasking. Let's recap today's key takeaways. The 15 Effectiveness Rules offers practical time management strategies. Efficiency improvement requires 3 steps. First, adopt 4 time principles. 1,440-minute rule. Maximize every minute of your 1,440 daily allowance. Priority. Principle. Define measurable primary goals, dedicating greater than or equal to 50% daily time. No principle, decline non-essential requests, master delegation. 80/20th principle. Identify high-return activities for probabilitized execution. Step 2. Master practical efficiency methods. First, tools. Replace to-do lists with calendars. Use paper, notebooks instead of digital. Also covered, efficient meetings, email management, and anti-procrastination strategies. Step 3. Launch efficiency principles. Maintain energy, capture ideas, schedule calendars, stay focused. After this book, never say, "I don't have time again." The best time for an efficient life is always now. That concludes our discussion of the 15 effectiveness rules. Key notes below the audio. See you tomorrow.